Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a quick 5-minute ab workout. So a lot of the work that we do here is Pilates and yoga based, and the foundation of those exercises and many other exercises and types of workouts that you do is a strong core. So we're going to do a quick 5-minute routine today that you could implement into your daily workout routine that could really help you to strengthen your core from the inside out. And not only is that what gives you defined abs, but it's also going to help you with some of these exercises that you do in Pilates and yoga and help you to sustain them for a little bit longer. So you do need a block today. No worries if you don't have a block. I will cue you without one as well. But if you do have a block, grab that. It'll be helpful. Otherwise, you just need a mat. You could also do this on a carpeted floor. We will be in a plank for a short period of time. So soft on your forearms would be good. I'll see you on hands and knees when you're ready. You can put your block off to the side. So when we talk about core engagement, there is a lot of factors. I'm not going to get super fancy with it right now, but we're going to start working with the pelvic floor. So right now, come onto your hands and knees. And it's almost like we're going to do like mini cat-cows. So on the inhale, you're just going to drop the belly just slightly. Don't arch the back a lot. And then on the exhale, you're going to round the spine just ever so slightly, tucking the tailbone. So it's an upward tilt of the pelvis. And then tuck the tailbone. Just lifting up and round. Just feel the sensation that this creates in the core for a couple breaths. It's not very big. You might not even be able to see it. It's more about a sensation. And then the next time your tailbone is tucked, really squeeze your core muscles, press the ground away from you like you're trying to brace for a punch. So I always like to say it's kind of like you're pulling your belly button in, like you're trying to zip up a pair of pants, or those hip points that you've got. Think about them as elevator doors and imagine that you're trying to close those elevator doors without constricting your breath. And that's going to really light up your transverse abdominis, the innermost layer of your core. Just hold here for another breath. And then slowly release. So in these exercises that we're going to be doing today, I want you to think about that tilt of the tailbone, that tuck of the pelvis, and that squeeze of the core. That's going to help you to stay engaged the entire time, keep the low back out of the equation, and work the core. That's where we want the tension. So we're going to get started. You don't need the block to begin. We're going to start in a forearm plank. So go ahead and come down to your forearms. And then from here, come to your toes, your heels lift up, you're on your tippy toes. We're gonna hold here for about 30 seconds. So again, the hips are lifted about in line with the shoulders. The tailbone is tucked. You're squeezing the core, squeezing the glutes a little bit too. That posterior chain helps to support your core, helps you to stabilize. You've got about 10 more seconds here. We've got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forearm plank on the left side. So a side plank variation here. Left forearm down, left foot underneath the right, and your right fingertips will reach up to the sky. And we're holding here, lifting the hips away from the ground. You've got about 10 seconds, and then you have a little bit of movement. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you pulse the hips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side plank on the right. Your right forearm comes down. Your right foot is underneath the left. And the left hand reaches up to the sky. The tailbone is still tucked, so your butt is not behind you. It's right there tucked in line with the rest of your body. You're holding here in stillness for the next 10. Keep the hips lifted nice and high. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we add a hip pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're back in your forearm plank. You're not here for long. It's just 15 seconds, so stay with it. Keep those hips lifted nice and high. You've got 10, 9, 8, squeeze the core, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Feel free to stretch out the shoulders a little bit with a puppy pose here real quick. Beautiful. And then we're going to come on to our backs. And this is your first opportunity to grab your block. So lying down on your back, your knees will come into a tabletop position. If you have the block, you're taking the block to your knees and you're pressing your hands into the block super hard. If you don't have a block, that's okay. You're just going to press your hands into your knees. Same idea. The block just helps a little bit with sensation, but either way, it's going to work out the same. So pressing the hands into the block. We're going to start here with some little heel touches. So your right heel comes down, keep pressing the block into the left knee, and then your right knee comes back up. Left heel goes down, bring it back up. Keep tucking the pelvis. You should just have a little tiny space in between your low back and the ground. You're holding on to this. I know it's tough. The core is going to shake a little bit, but that's a good thing. When you work through those shakes, as long as there's no pain, that's when your core starts to get stronger, pushing through, finding those reps after that, and then shaking it out when you need to. But right now, you just have one more each side, to the right and to the left, and you're back through center. Shake it out, let the feet go down. Maybe you take the arms out long. Take a moment of reset. And then we're going to get right back into it for round 2. So again, bring your knees to a tabletop position. Bring your block right to your knees or your thighs. Press the hands into the block. And again, the left heel drops and then the right. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. The knees are staying stacked on top of the hips or just slightly forward. Beautiful. Maybe this time around, you lift your head, neck, and shoulders to find a little bit of extra core engagement. Keep pulling that belly button in. You're not here for long. Keep breathing. One more each side. Back to tabletop, and then reset. You can let go of that block for now. Awesome job. Just put it right behind you. And then we're going to come up to a boat position. So from your boat pose, we'll start with our hands behind the thighs. Again, your knees are going to come in a tabletop position. You're going to sit your shoulders behind your hips. Right now, just let the toes be soft rather than flexing them toward the feet and activating the hip flexors. Just let them relax. And then from here, if you feel good, keep the core engagement. Maybe bring the arms out long. We're going to stay in this high boat position and then slowly lower down to your low boat, but take your arms long behind you. Back to your high boat and then back to your low boat. So we're going to go between those two poses. It's a high boat and a low boat. Now you're really focusing on allowing this movement to come from the core rather than momentum. So rather than pushing yourself up, think about squeezing your core. One more in your low boat. One more in your high boat. Hold here. You can bring the hands behind your thighs if you'd like. And then again, we're going to find some toe taps. So your right toe goes down, left toe goes down. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift back up and lower down. Hug your shins. Tuck your chin to your chest. Take a moment of reset here. And we're going to do that one more time, and then we just have one more thing to do in this little core burst. So come back to your high boat position when you're ready. And then when you feel good, arms come out long. This time the arms will stay in front of you as you lower down. Low boat, high boat. It's a shorter version here. We won't be there as long. You'll come up to your high boat one more time, down to your low boat, and then arms lift, arms lower. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. And you have one more thing to do. So go ahead, come up to a seated position. You'll need your block one more time here. If you don't have the block, that's fine. If you do have the block, you're going to want to put it on the highest setting. And the block is just going to be something that we're going to bring our feet over. So anything else would work. If you just want to make sure you're lifting up high enough, you can grab a wine bottle or just something that's going to be about this height. So your hands are going to come long behind you. Your legs are going to come out. I need to scooch closer to my block here. And then from here, you're bringing the legs to the right and to the left. To the right, to the left. You're lowering down and lifting up just slightly as you do so. Deep breaths. Pause to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause to the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come through center. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the legs go to either side of the block. Find a forward fold. Touch your hands to your feet. Option to bend the knees. And I told you it would be a quick one. That is all I have for you today. Just a little burn for your core. Do that 3 to 4 times a week. And that's going to help get your core a lot stronger. It's going to help you sustain all of these challenging workouts that you do, whether it's yoga or Pilates or something else. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you liked about this class, what you'd like to see next. And I'll see you next time.